Good afternoon. Today is the 4th of July and I'm here at the Goodwood Festival of Speed with the Planet Auto YouTube channel. We're right at the top of the event here. This is the performance car parking. There'll be a series of videos from the Goodwood Festival of Speed. This is just one of them, but one of my viewers has asked me to take a look and see if I could find some rather tasty treats in performance car parking. As you can see, there are many. I can't possibly film all of these, and you know, it's not really the focus of my channel to look at, you know, modern performance cars, but nevertheless I think we might just take a browse around here and see what delights await us. First of all, I appear to have found a 1996 Porsche 911 993 Carrera S. 993 is getting a lot of classic interest at the moment. It's not difficult to see why. That one looks particularly nice. And we've got lots of McLarens and other Porsches, as well as a lovely Caterham 7, full kind of prisoner colours there. Especially for Matt, for the Matt's Beamer YouTube channel. Lovely 1994 BMW 8 Series. Very elegant looking cars indeed. This is an 850 CSI. Should have known that from the number plate. Looks like it's actually got the original dealer plates on it as well. Absolutely beautiful kind of white leather interior, typical of the sort of mid-90s BMWs. Very nice. Next to this aerial Nomad, we've got a 1985 Ford Escort RS Turbo. This is identical to the one that was used by Leslie Ash in the second series of Cat's Eyes. This is known as a Series 1 RS Turbo. They are very, very valuable. And of course, you've got Recaro seats in here. Tell it's a Mark III Escort by the dashboard. Right next to it, we've got this 1971 or 72 Lotus Europa. This one is a bit different from the car that's used in the final series of the Avengers. That was a Series 2 pre-production car. This is more likely to be something like a Series 4. Very, very low to the ground. And just behind it as well, we've got 1991 Ferrari 348 TS. Manual transmission. Classic Rosso Corsa. Beautiful open gate with a beige leather interior. Wonderful. I'm not brilliant on McLarens, so we're going to have to avoid me talking about this white McLaren here because I don't know what model that is. It's a 570S. This 570S. Talk about instead this 1966 Porsche 911 S. Far more up my street, I think. Wonderful Fuchs wheels on there. Interesting, this sort of early shape 911. By this time, it had only been in production for 3 years. Here we have a 1969 and 1970 Lotus Elan S2. This is kind of similar to another car that was in the final series of the Avengers, although this was only the +2 and that was only in about 2 episodes. Similar colour to this, although this is like a sort of metallic red. The one in the Avengers is a sort of flat red. Very, very handsome looking car. Not surprised you've got the sun shield up there. Here's a 911 964 convertible. Be about 89 or thereabouts. Lovely wheels. Manual transmission. Period correct Porsche steering wheel. Very nice indeed. Now this is very much like it. This is the 1986 Tomaso Pantera GTS. This particular car looks to be in wonderful condition. Obviously, Tomaso are very much in vogue at the moment. They just unveiled their P72 supercar at the Goodwood Festival of Speed this morning, and I went to have a look at that. That was wonderful. Pantera was in production from about 1970 to about 1993, I think. This is a sort of later one. Big Ford V8 engine in the back of there, and a whale tail too. Jaguar E-Types Series 1. Be somewhere about 62, 63, something like that. Very, very rare and valuable. Tiny doors on an E-Type, I've always thought. Really small doors. Moss gearbox probably in here. Beautiful steering wheel. Red leather seats. 4.2 litre. Next to this NSX, which has very similar wheels to the one that Planet Auto recently had as their Honda press car. This will be an earlier NSX. Someone's very kindly left the roof off so I can get an interior shot for you. Very, very, very typical 90s with the kind of black leather. And even got little washer jets as well. Lovely. Matt from the Matt's Beamer YouTube channel would also like this rather lovely BMW 5 Series. This is an M5. It's a very late first generation M5. Be about 1987 thereabouts. Correct wheels, BBS style. Exhaust sort of in the middle as well. Helicopter passing over too. Very, very attractive car. Morgan have just launched their new Plus 6 model, but I have found this Plus 4. I've no idea what year this is. Couldn't really say. They all look the same, Morgans, and have done for years. That's why people buy them. Lovely colour though. Right next to it is this 4th generation Toyota Supra. Obviously the new Supra is on display at the Goodwood Festival of Speed as well. This has got the correct wheels on it. Doesn't look like it's been too badly modified or anything either. It's rarities for these. It's got the automatic gearbox. Lovely Supra badge. Big wheel on the back. Original dealer sticker. That's very nice as well. Next we have this 1994 or thereabouts TVR Chimera. Interesting Ford Escort Mark IV Estate rear lights. The ashtrays look like inside there taken off some kind of British Leyland product or something like that, possibly a Sherpa van. Fascinating car. Big V8 engine in the front, lovely British Racing green colour scheme. Real kind of man's car, no traction control, no ABS, nothing like that. Just good old-fashioned scary performance. I'd love this colour combination. If this is the one I'd have, absolutely no question of it at all. Wonderful. I'm not really very good on Porsche 911s. This looks like a Carrera, but it's got a sort of whale tail on the back, so it might be a turbo. I don't really know. Personal plate, so I can't do the year. I imagine it's around 1980, thereabouts. Period correct Fuchs wheels on it. Black leather interior. Sort of Porsche decals on the side. Very nice. Next to this Aston Martin Db11. There's one about 3 in the car park here. Got this Bentley Arnage, I believe. This is a relatively early one. I don't know what year this is. Be around the year 2000, I imagine. Can't believe how large these things are. Lovely beige leather interior. Lovely wood on the dashboard. It's nice in this colour. I think I'd prefer dark green myself, but that's just my personal preference. Very nice. Now this is pretty special. This is a 1967 Aston Martin Db7 Volante. It's not a Db5. Looks a bit like one. 5-speed manual gearbox. Similar interior to the Db5. Similar front end, super leggera construction. Very, very attractive indeed. So we've got more Porsches, 918 Spider, I believe they're called. Lotus Elise, 1994 Lotus Elan. That's lovely. Zuzu 1.8 litre engine. I don't know if this is the turbo or not, I'm not sure. Elan S2. Again, a lovely beige leather interior. Very kind of early 90s dials too, with a sort of red bit on the back. And it's a limited edition, number 332. Very nice. Got a couple of other classic Porsches here, including this rather heavily modified 964 Carrera 2. Don't know what year that is, I'm afraid. Past the Db9 and the Jaguar F-Type R. We have this lovely Porsche 944 Series 2. Be about 88 or thereabouts. Nice period correct wheels. Definitely just sunroof for a day like this. Paint's a little bit on the faded side, that's probably the original paint actually. I do like that very much indeed. Another Morgan, this time this looks like an Aero 8 to me. Don't know what year this is, a personal plate on it. Beautiful interior, as always with Morgans. Very interesting kind of front end. Definitely a bit of an acquired taste, but good to see it here nevertheless. A couple of McLarens here, 675 LT and a 570 GT, but I'm more interested in this Porsche 911 993 RS. Love these Carrera RSs, correct wheels on this one as well. All stripped out in the back. Enormous spoiler. And another one here as well. Would they be about 1993 and 1994 thereabouts. Just love the originality of the look of these cars. Very typical kind of 90s colour, this yellow. Looks wonderful like that. Next to this wonderful condition, 1996 Mazda MX-5, it's an NA. Is this 1973 Porsche 911 2.7 Carrera with the ducktail, sorry, Carrera RS, I do apologise, 2.7 Carrera RS with the ducktail spoiler. Lovely Fuchs alloy wheels. These are incredibly valuable cars. It's not hard to see why. They are extremely attractive. Just everything about the screams the early 70s. And of course you've got an Audi RS2 from Belgium with lots of Porsche kind of inspired design bits on it. Got the wheels that are similar to a 993 911. Door mirrors similar to a 993 911. Engine that was worked on by Porsche. I mean, that is, without a doubt, a true classic. Got another Morgan here. Again, I'm really not sure what age this is. It's probably 90s. Don't know whether that's a +4 or a +8. I do know this is a Maserati though. This is a 2000 model. This was the first, really amazing Maserati after the bi-turbo. Hockey stick rear lights. Then moving a little bit further on, past this very nice Alfa Romeo 4C. And another McLaren. And a Mercedes E55 AMG. We've moved past the Aston Martin, past another Mercedes, and we arrive at this gem registered Datsun 240Z. This has to be a very early one. And it is a 71. It's an American spec car, especially for my friend Mr. Andy Shaw, who actually has one of these as well. Absolutely, utterly wonderful. Wonderful too is another German spec car. This is an E-Type, fixed head coupe. Not entirely sure what year this is. This looks to me like a 4.2, probably a series 1.5. Could be wrong though. Let's now go and look at some vintage Bentleys. It'd be very remiss of me as a fan of the Avengers, and seeing as 1919 was founding of the Bentley Motor Company and they're celebrating 100 years this year, to not look at some beautiful old Bentleys. At this time, a lot of them have London plates on them because the factory for Bentley was in Cricklewood in North London. This is a 1930 Bentley 400 supercharged. This is another Bentley 400 supercharged. They're all, similar sort of look to the ones which were used in the Avengers, but they're all slightly different. Another 4.5 litre Le Mans team car. Bentley 3 litre team car, 1927. 1926 Bentley 3 litre Le Mans. 1925 Bentley 3 litre Le Mans. Very similar look to YT3942, which was one of the Van den Plas 3 litres used in the Avengers. Here's a 22 Bentley 3 litre TT, different looking thing. A very early 3 litre Le Mans, 22. And then a Bentley EXP2. Maybe this was the prototype. Absolutely and utterly wonderful. So I do hope you found that video to be informative. I'm going to close here with a couple of 1930 Bentley Speed 6s. Again, these are cars that are similar to the one used in the 5th series of the Avengers and the 6th series of the Avengers. Please don't forget to visit the Planet Auto YouTube channel for more coverage from the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I've got plenty more of this kind of content coming up over the next couple of days. My website is www.lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk, which will source a car for you. It could be a lovely Bentley Speed 6 or it could be something a lot more conventional. Please use the contact tab on my homepage to get in touch. I've also got a Facebook page, it's facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. So that's it for this particular Shambolic shuffle from the Goodwood Festival of Speed. Apologies as usual for any incorrect information and the wind noise, that's just the way things go. But thank you very much indeed once again for watching.